Hey guys, this is EJ Allen with the Wolverine.com and Rivals here with Rivals250 offensive lineman, the 2023 class of Amir Herring. Amir, how's it going?
It's going good today.
Look at him. That's Amir's like his signature pose for his photos.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Now, man, so let's talk a little bit. Let's dive right into last night, man. You got to go to the big house, got to experience the electric atmosphere against Washington. Tell me a little bit about just getting to be in that environment.
It was a great experience. I feel like for all of our, all of us recruits, just seeing that electric atmosphere, being back in the stadium, seeing packed full of fans was also a great experience. And, seeing all the people wearing maize through the whole jersey, and it was just an electrifying experience. It was like an out-of-body experience almost.
So yesterday's game must have been like impressive for you, particularly as an offensive lineman with the way they ran the football. What did you think about their offensive line play?
Oh, they dominated up front. I feel like both they dominated D-line and offensive line. They both dominated the trenches last night. I think that was, a big deal in the game, how they scored and they got the depth, and how they got 21 points, in between, Washington. And I feel like that was a big part of the game and how they got up by 21 points. And, Blake's success and Hassan's success on, in the run game and how they ran for 345 yards.
How impressed are you knowing that Sherrone Moore, just took over this position group and the way he's kind of coaching it up?
I feel like Coach Moore is doing a great job. He came in, a tight end coach, converted to offensive line coach. But, he's real passionate about what he does. And, the guys, they all bought into his system. So I feel like it's going to be a great season for the offensive line and Coach Moore and staff.
How do you kind of see yourself fitting in, at Michigan potentially if you were to end up there along that offensive line and the way they play offense?
I feel like, they play a physical style of football, and I feel like after just seeing them in the locker room, seeing how those guys are so bonded together, I feel like that's something special I probably want to be part of because they're all like family together. You see how those guys literally they're always together. They're always doing activities together. You can tell them guys love each other and will play for each other and do anything for each other.
So speaking of family, you've got a couple of strong connections to Michigan, obviously one being Coach Ron Bellamy. Tell me a little bit about getting recruited by him and your relationship with Coach Bell.
My relationship with Coach Bell goes really far back. I feel like when I was 14 years old, I met Coach Bell. He recruited me to come to West Bloomfield. So it means a lot that he's recruited me to come to Michigan now. And seeing him as a coach is definitely different from, it's crazy to think that he was my high school head coach last year and now he's a college assistant coach. But I'm happy for him, and I think it's going to be me and his relationship just going to grow even more in this time in him recruiting me.
You also have a couple of West Bloomfield players on the team, Makari Page, Donovan Edwards, of course. Tell me a little bit about them and how cool it might be to link up with them in the future.
Oh yeah, it would definitely be a great experience. I feel like, Coach Bell, he talked about, it would be great to have our team back together. I feel like, a couple key pieces from our team back together here in Ann Arbor. So that's what he really has just been preaching to me. And Donovan, we talk every now and then, but he said, you already know what the move is. So there's nothing much said.
Nice. Along with, just getting to reconnect with some of those guys and taking in the game, you also got to spend some time with some of the recruits on campus. I saw you talking a little bit to Deion Walker and Will Johnson and those guys. What was it like just hanging out with some of the other kids on campus?
It was real cool just hanging out with the commits and some of the prospects. They're all cool guys, It was my first time meeting like Damani and Walter Nolan and, Connor Jones. It was like my first time meeting them, and Josh Connerly, but they're all cool guys. And, I know Dion and Jackson because, we're from all the same area and we go to a lot of the same things. So it was really good just connecting with them, spending the night with them.
Awesome. So where does Michigan stand with you early on?
They stand very high in my recruitment. I feel like, they're doing a really good job recruiting me, from Coach Moore and Coach Devan and Coach Newsom to Coach Harbaugh and, the whole entire staff. Every time me and my family come up to Ann Arbor, they always treat us like one of their own, and, that's what I love about here in Ann Arbor.
Perfect. So when you look at Michigan the rest of the way, they're obviously off to a strong start. What do you want to see from them the rest of the year?
I feel like Michigan is coming into their own. I feel like they're going to have a great season, and I feel like they're going to make some noise in the Big Ten East this year. I feel like they're going to have a lot of great games on their schedule, and I feel like those are a lot of proven games. You know, the in-state rivalry between Michigan State, and then when they play the team, we're not going to say, but, you know, when they play them in November. But I feel like those are two proven games, and, you know, their Big Ten schedule is definitely going to be tough, but I feel like they're going to prove a lot of people wrong this year.
Awesome. So last question for you, Amir. When do you want to make a decision? What's kind of your timeline right now?
I really don't have an exact timeline right now, but I feel like I'm probably going to make a decision I would probably try to aim for next summer, probably, you know, get some official visits in, and then probably make a decision probably that summer before my senior season.
Awesome, Amir. Thanks for joining me.
No problem.